Alright, hey there, E here, and we're back with more Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. And quite a bit late at that, but anyways. Yeah, not like that is anything. Yeah. Last time we did a little planetary exploration, got sidetracked with that. Found a place that I've been looking for since chapter 2. A place that normally is a very difficult fight, full of Chaos Space Marines and other heretics. Which proved to be a rather easy fight this time around, showing that I think we may be a bit over leveled for things. But that is part of the fun of this. Then after that, we found another world, which has been new since it's the first time I played, which had a whole bunch of Easter eggs and a whole bunch of xenos stuff in it. So pretty interesting. And hey there, Deluna. Yes, and then after that, a little bit more planetary exploration, and before finally heading over to Footfall to, complete our quests here, which we only had managed time for Jai's companion quest in rescuing the people of our crew. So we did that, started a little bit on dealing with Chorda, and that is kind of where we're at right now. Currently we have to do something about Tokara. Either get rid of him or help him out with whatever he's planning, and then maybe deal with Chorda herself. And once we do that, we can finally meet with the Lord Inquisitor and find out what he wants. But yeah, it should mostly be main quest stuff today. And just streaming some Rogue Trader. Yeah, just started and doing a bit of a recap from last time and the plan for today. So, yeah, just mostly main quest stuff today. Should be, unless the last few companion quests pop up. But for now, let's get on with this. Let's see, we already talked with Hieronymus. That's where we ended off last time. So we had Ryza here. I think that is the only named person left here. Ah, I see. Well, anything you want to know about it? See, Octaviana, she looks tired but finds strength to smile briskly. She pours 2 shots of a clear yellowish liquid with the streaks of promethium in it. It slides in it and slides one towards Ryza. Let's drink to her infallible ladyship Chorda's mercy and good judgment, wherever they may be right now. Ryza, she downs the shot, grimacing in satisfaction. You have quite a way with words, Octi. Yes, indeed, one would hate it if Lady Chorda's ill health affected our own. Have you by any chance run into Lady Chorda's good judgment on your journeys, your ladyship? The pirate laughs hoarsely. So, got anything strong? How have you been faring here without me? Are you not afraid that the forces will come for you eventually? Ryza and I need to have a little chat. I'll leave it to your conversation. No, yeah, we're here to talk to you about this whole thing and the whole Tokara situation as well. Ryza casts a glance in Octavia's direction, waits for her to take the hint, and looks away, then says, "At your ladyship's service." Your eyes see through the pirate instantly, and you sense that the burden of her transgressions is so heavy that it will soon drag her under. Her fear has allowed a malicious will to sink its claws into her soul and tear it slowly to pieces. Streaming schedule is roughly 12:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. US Central. Try to stream every day. As for the timing, usually starts around those times, but usually give or take 30 minutes or so, within those time frames. Then like Sunday to Tuesday is Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Wednesday, Thursday, Abiotic Factor, and then Friday, Saturday, All the Night Silk Song. Interested in the Fellowship of the Void's wares? No, your soul is full of corruption. You haven't fallen in with the archenemy's forces, have you? And how would you know that? Iconoclast fanatic. Rise of the forces you have opened yourself up to will be your undoing. And what's more, your crew too will pay for it with their souls because of you. Just in case you need to be told, if you ever entertain the thought of helping Ladame, chase the thought away. He is not long for this world. Nothing more to say. No, sticking with the Iconoclast. Not sure how Gamma would know about that, but apparently she does. Rise's expression turns to stone. She peers tensely into her glass as if trying to find some answer at the bottom of it. Finally, she raises her eyes to you, looking incredibly tired. You're cruel, you know, your ladyship. The way you found where this old pirate was hiding her conscience and dragged it kicking and screaming into the light. Ooh, nice. We are at a zealot rank. Need to see what sort of bonus we get from that. I got it over my head and almost took my guys down with me. I'd be a crap captain if I allowed my fear to kill my crew. Thank your esteemed self for talking some sense to me. Got a light. The pirate casually rips some kind of amulet from her neck, bearing a fanged beast crowned with horns. She tosses it into her near-empty glass of rot gut and throws the match you offered her after it. The contents of the glass are immediately engulfed in an unholy purple flame. A minute later, all that remains is ash and a nasty puddle of black metal in the bottom. Satisfied with the result, Ryza smashes the glass on the floor. Okay, rather simple resolution to that. Okay, nothing more to say apparently. So, it's on our phone Holy Ryza to have a conversation with her ladyship just like that. Yes, I am seeing you chat.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Now then, is there anyone else to talk to in here? Looks like it's just all background NPCs. Yeah, just a citizen and workers. Suspicious prowler, though.
Both strong and wise is Ulfar.
Oh. Began to use to contain cheap emissac, which, for the sake of attractiveness, has obviously been enriched with the deodorizing agent. Okay, so I don't think these guys are really doing anything. Okay, so just a bunch of suspicious background characters. Dame's agent, chaplain. Oh hey, you. You were at the funeral. The priest in front of you looks imposing. He is tall and muscular and has scars on his face and arms. His whole appearance seems to tell of his story of many heretics who met their end at the hands of this adherent of the true faith. As he sees you, he bows respectfully, but none too gracefully, as if he is not used to making the deferential gesture. May Drusus watch over you, your ladyship. I never thought I'd see a rogue trader in this kind of establishment, especially in these troubled times. Yeah, but you should already know who he is. As we know, the chaplain. I'm a missionary of St. Drusus. I do sermons, public prayers, and funeral services for the lowly and destitute. As I say, it's been mostly funeral services of late, but perhaps you're more interested to know how priests got so many battle scars. He chuckles as he looks at his arms, which are covered in pale white strips. The Ecclesiarchy once tried to make a decent preacher out of me, but faint-hearted and rash young brat that I was, decided that wasn't the life for me. I traded a worthy life in the Emperor's light for greed and what I thought of as freedom at the time. I became a pirate, your ladyship. I've done many unclean deeds and seen many unsettled things, and have become a sincere believer. Imagine that. Deadly battles and my comrades' nightly confessions of their atrocities did for me what my mentors couldn't. Who else could they confess to? I knew the words of the prayer, if nothing else. That was how I became the ship's chaplain. Then I renounced my criminal ways altogether. I died as a pirate and was reborn as a missionary, thus commanded St. Drusus, who himself passed away and was resurrected by the Emperor. Ulfar. Shrugging, he muttered quietly, I know piracy is condemned in the Imperium, but on Fenris, participating in a glorious raid on a neighbor is considered a valiant deed, not a shameful one. Yeah, see, that's Ulfar. You have quite the lifestyle. Now then, Chaplain, back to you. What is your opinion on the situation? The Chaplain jerks his chin up defiantly. Honestly, perhaps this began as a cleansing, but since day one, it looks more like a frenzy of fanaticism. Granted, people with a clear conscience have always been few and far between on Footfall, but is that a reason to exterminate everyone for the pettiest infractions? St. Drusus teaches us to bring people back to the first light and only punish by death those who've crossed the forbidden line and turned away from him irrevocably. I'm my own living proof that even though a thoroughly rotten scoundrel can take the path of redemption. Are we in such a deep retreat from the heresy we're battling that the flamer and the noose are the only tools we have left? Shame that Reverend Hieronymus won't listen to me. He's too zealous. He sees a face of vice too clearly and finds it too abhorrent. Looking at Footfall makes him sick, and so he welcomes the cleansing. Yeah, a bit strange considering when we first met, he seemed a bit more reasonable.
Patience.
And his own admitted misdeeds as well. But did that open up anything new for you? Yeah, you're harboring a pirate among your brethren. Chaplain is a deeply devout servant of the Emperor. You are as intimately familiar with human vice as him, and that is what fills his wars with sincerity. His flock heeds and respects him. And as for all the hardened rascals and cutthroats who are part of the flock, why not? My doctrine shuns none, so long as they are willing to receive its word with an open heart. And yet, you are supporting Chorda, who's kind of killing everyone. You give penitents a chance for redemption. That is commendable. Cult is dangerous. Rotten souls cling together. Do they not, Reverend? No, don't condemn just yet. I take no credit for that, and they choose that path for themselves. I merely point out that the path is open to all, and instruct those who have started the journey in redemption, or thus St. Drusus taught us. Okay, that really didn't progress things too much with him.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
There are a few things that we miss here to interact with.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Maybe Adeptus Mescus looks really similar to the designs. Design of the internal scan of the fuel compartment. Someone has inserted new data into the void ship's cogitator left over from ancient times.
Curiosity sings.
Okay, so they're
in my
recycling fuel into
veins.
drinks. Good for them. few pieces of basic cargo, but otherwise nothing too substantial. Alright, well, let's quickly take care of the level ups and then talk to Fludane. Oh yeah, and when we get out of this... Excellent. Any attacks from allies that may hit other allies will be dodged if possible. Any allied abilities that may target any ally has a resistance to test will be resisted by allies. Okay, so they'll always dodge friendly fire or resist, if possible. But what does if possible mean? Be nice if it was 100%. We can check it out during the next battle with Ulfar and Argenta's abilities. Cable car's maxed out for some reason. Continue on with agility. Athletics is fine because we have Ulfar. Might just go with awareness. Wow, minus 140 lore for Jai. No, let's go with the lore warp for her. Yeah, warp or xenos, either or. Further into agility, you got the tech use, you got the logic. And then go to the medical. Oh, no more agility for you. Huh. Yeah, I should boost your ballistics. You already got your demolition medical maxed out. Everything else in general is just too low on you. Gonna get your weapon skill. Medical is capped. Medicals, yeah. Sure. Yeah, athletics. Alright, Ladain, finally, back to you. Tokura. Ladain slides his glasses down his nose and looks up at you. His eyes are tired and alight with anger. Alright, examine him. The former Liege looks angry and focused. His coat collars unbuttoned, showing the meshwork of ceramic reinforced armor hidden underneath. He's wearing a gun holster on his side. Now that Vadim has thrown off the mask of a disgruntled bureaucrat, his sleeves are rolled up, showing his old bandit tattoos. He exudes an aura of imperious cruelty. Nice description. So what kind of help do you expect? A general uprising will be doomed to fail. The forces have isolated the asteroids. We can't strike out against Incendia. She has the greater numbers, and her throne's refractor field will protect her from any attack. An insidious smile appears on the Liege's lips. So I'll ask her ladyship to come to us, exploding her overconfidence. If she wants my blood, let her come and spill it. She knows we use the Amescus as our meeting place. If we let the enforcers know I can be found and grabbed in here, she will come, and she will hardly drag her throne with her. We'll lure her into a trap, kill her, and take back Footfall. Oh yeah, that's definitely not going to go well. Yeah, news of her death is hardly going to please the Lord Inquisitor. Considering Kalkazar has never once interfered in the station's affairs, he clearly couldn't care less about Footfall. This means he also doesn't care who runs the station as long as things are quiet here. I'm going to make sure things are quiet. Granted, he did give Chorda a security detail, but if she's already, Chorda's emphasis on the last word, dead, and her death doesn't reek of deadly heresy, he likely won't bother to investigate. The Lord Inquisitor will simply entrust governance to someone who won't cause him problems, someone like me. Yeah, but he's overlooking the fact that Chorda is in control of more than Footfall. She has her whole rogue trader empire to deal with, and a dead rogue trader would definitely cause problems. I realize it's a bold hypothesis and the Lord Inquisitor may have me hanged for Chorda's death, but my life is at stake as it is, so I may as well take the risk. Yeah, it's gonna risk Gamma's life as well. Okay, what forces do you have at your command? However much Chorda would like to believe that she's kicked the Casabelic out of Footfall, she hasn't. We're scattered all over the station, lying low, and there's still enough of us to cause trouble. A small band of my most daring cutthroat staff members, who were by my side when I came to power. Business partners who still remember that any venture is only reliable as the grip of the venture's hand on the pistol. Add to that the group of xenos mercenaries, which my colleagues from the Casabelic Commission have provided me with. A radical solution, I know, but they don't care who they kill as long as I pay them. And I have the means to pay them. Yeah, you said xeno mercenaries. You said that it wouldn't matter as long as it didn't involve heresy, but xeno mercenaries might be crossing it. We would have the greater numbers if Ryza wasn't so damnably cautious and Hieronymus did us a favor and shut his preaching trap. We would aim against his teeth and that's quietly. I would have thrown the good Reverend for a loop long ago if it weren't for the fanatical mob that would show up here to avenge him. Yeah, about Hieronymus. He preaches repentance, but he remains stone-faced for seconds before giving in and letting a sarcastic smile form on his lips. Chorda sent him here to make us lay down our arms and renounce our rebellious ways. But he seems taken aback by the scale of Lady Incendia's purchase, which just opens up possibilities. If we put pressure on him, he'll bring over zealots who will tear apart whoever he points his finger at. A useful man, I regret not getting him on side sooner. Alright, maybe we'll talk to him now. And Ryza? She has misgivings about the prospect of our cooperation. The old rogue prefers not to pick fights unless her victory is a foregone conclusion. Right now, she seems to be planning on fleeing rather than fighting. She needs the right kind of motivation. It's a shame there's no one the cold bitch values enough for me to take hostage. Yes, so you say. Oh yeah, why'd you call you Vakamo? Old nicknames die hard as old habits. Is to be known by the name on the station. The Vakamo is a myth. A malicious spirit stalking its prey in Footfall's empty sectors. Chorda chuckles. I had a terrible reputation when I was young. Of course you did. And why exactly should we take part? Because a critically important station in the Expanse is about to become a graveyard. Once commerce dies, merchants will turn to piracy. What else could they do? Connection between worlds will be weakened since Chorda will make short work of Astropath as soon as she gets to them. And Chorda, do you think Footfall will be enough for her? No, she'll march on. Perhaps to your worlds as well. Yeah, fair enough concern, considering she's already marching on winter scales. Besides the Casablanca mission, and I'm authorized to say this, sees your leadership as a proven and valuable ally. Incendia Chorda has nothing to offer you, while my organization's gratitude is guaranteed. Between losing an influential partner and strengthening your ties with them, I'm sure you'll opt for the latter. Reasonable? Yeah, I understand your plan. I hope you think it's promising. Dogmatic. Go back to the one shooting him. I can deal with the Casablanca. I'll help you overthrow Chorda each second of her continued rule. Cost on lives to hundreds of innocent people. Be heretical. Well, extra heretical. Slightly heretical. Down with Chorda. The Emperor's justice has revealed that a rot at its core that is drowned in the blood of self-appointed champions of faith. Alright, well, can we take a quick look around? Yeah, let's see if anything new opened up with them. Okay, nothing new with Anonymous. Maybe we have to accept helping Okura. Alright, let's accept help Tokura then. I'm glad you're here with us, your leadership. This is a fight we must be well prepared for. As a colleague of mine used to say, if your brain doesn't hurt from all the thinking of where to hide, it'll discover even your skull isn't thick enough once the fight is on. Which sounds especially ironic considering how he died. I'd like to ask your opinion on how prepared we are to entertain Lady Incendia. Perhaps some of those gathered in here will support us. Rise's people, Hieronymus' zealots, even Octavia's regulars. We can use whomever we can get. If we think that it may be worth fortifying our positions or preparing a few surprises for our guests, the people in Arsenal are at your disposal. All you have to do is say the word. As soon as we're ready and send Chorda a message saying I'm here, let her come. We'll settle our differences the Footfall way with the gunfight. Yes, a very Western review. Cowboy way. Make a deal with Casablanca. See no issue with letting Incendia know you're here. No, okay. Now can we actually get extra options? Reverend, I want to stop Incendia. Help me. Are you openly declaring your intent to move against an enactor of the Emperor's justice? And why should I, her mentor in the faith, help you commit that act of treachery? Iconoclastic fanatic, because our actions fly in the face of all that you believe in, that you truly believe in, Incendia's world has no place for redemption or mercy, or penitence. Would the sight of such a world please your eyes? Lore, persuasion, or coercion? Consider yourself, no one is pure, including yourself, and your brethren. Her justice will not pass you by, you will perish too. But he did say he was prepared to receive a judgment, or to receive judgment for his past, so that won't work. St. Teresa's is a doctrine of redemption, but Incendia has forgotten about that. What else may she have forgotten? I wonder if he's trying to hint about Hieronymus' past again. The law of Imperium is harsh, but not every transgression is punishable by death. Sendia thinks herself above the law, and that is heresy. Yeah, I really should have had Solomon for this one. And let's go with that iconoclast. Her actions fly in the face of all that you believe in. Barnabas' eyes are filled with bitter sadness. No, it would not. My way of serving him has always been different from the paths trodden by the ecclesiarchy. St. Thudis' doctrine taught me the virtues that are unknown to many among the righteous, and I, in turn, taught them to my brothers and sisters. I tried to teach them to Zendia too, but she chose a different path. It is time for me to remind her of those lessons. Now you have banished my doubt. I will do what must be done. St. Drusus' faith will aid you in battle. The faithful will aid you in battle. Okay. That's what I was looking for. Chaplain, what about you? No, okay. Agent, no. Ryza. Okay, well, I'll talk to Octaviana. Oh, no, okay, we have the sidebar with Ryza. Yeah, Octaviana, though, your help would be welcome. And by we, you mean you and Vladimir? He always has a plan, but it's certainly not always the best plan. Why should I trust your idea? I'm kind of watery because of that. Just at the people in the room with a sweep of your arm. This is not about whose idea it is, but who we are doing it for. For the people of Footfall, for you, Octaviana, for your freedom, for an insane zealot's freedom from an insane zealot's reign of terror. Persuasion, I'll be part of the plan. I don't know why I would be risking my neck along with you. That'd probably be very convincing as well. Commerce, I'm gonna deal. Tell me and I will let you use my name for commercial purposes. That's Amescus, the favorite bar of the rogue trader, Von Valancius. Is that a generous prize? Only useful so long as her name is good to people. Martian, your time is running out. Are you going to wait for your death, or will you try and put up a fight? No, because I iconoclast it. The Parisians greet your last sentence with an enthusiastic roar. Your heartfelt speech has resonated with the commoners and seems to have stirred Octaviana too. You certainly know how to be persuasive, your ladyship. You're right. You're ready to risk your life for us, and here I am being picky like a noble offered a neutral bar made of corpse starch. You can count me in. I don't have any fighters, but I do have shipments of xenos weapons, lethal, but with no guarantee of quality. Figuring out how it even works is tricky enough, but that still beats the junk Vladim's thugs are armed with. They can have a round on the house. Uda Nareza. Vladim needs your help. Your leadership, his so-called plan is nothing but the death throes of a cornered and condemned man who's grasping at imaginary straws. The Vakamo was once smart, shrewd, and wily, but now he's simply refusing to admit he's already lost. The modest dealers are no match for a rogue trader. It would be different, of course, if we were strongly motivated or had a rogue trader on our side. Which you do. So if we were heretical, we could have gotten her on this side easy. Offer some money. Persuasion, spoken like a cowardly crone, not a dread pirate captain. Or coercion, even if you outlive the dame, I have the means to ensure it won't be for long. No, don't threaten her. That's not going to deal with the Fellowship of the Void. Are you going to ruin our alliance just like that? Yeah, I don't remember our ranking with them. That's neat though. If our reputation was high, we could use that. Anyways, it's only a 3 profit factor. We can easily afford that. Rise's eyes widen. You sure know the path to old Rise's heart. Be careful it doesn't go pop. Of course, taking on Chorda is madness, but then again, you don't get paid this much for anything less than madness. Oh, what the warp. My crew and I will take part in a little uprising, but don't ask me for the details. Old Risa prefers to keep quiet about the behind-the-scenes workings of her insidious and sudden strikes. Good to know. And what was our reputation with her anyways? Oh, our reputation was maxed out. No, because Belka is maxed out. Fellowship of the Void is still ranked pretty high. Yeah, Delusions are still low though. Need like 60,000 with them for something. The Nightfall Xenos. What kind of Xenos are you? Remember, cages we got fed and we got zapped, but nothing else besides that. Now we're getting food, and on top of that zapping, is hitting and kicking and stabbing too. I want to go back to my cage. Oh yes, how dreadful. You recognize the quote-unquote Eldari you once freed from the local charlatans' collection. Deviant smiles gratefully with his 5 rows of teeth. Oh, those kind of Xenos. Okay, can't talk to the suspicious people.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue threat.
Okay, barricades.
Was that supposed to be a challenge?
Anything in here? Oh yeah, I probably would have do this first time we came here. The warrior's first melta weapon reload in a round costs 0 AP. The warrior's first melta weapon attack in combat does not count toward the attack limit per turn. Oh. And a melta charge. Argent, do you have a melta weapon? No, it's a flamer. Okay, you do not have multi-weapon proficiency. Could give Ulfar the multi-weapon. Yeah, it's either or. Hammer knife or chainsword? Yeah, too reliant on the burst shot from the bolter. Melta gun would be better. Sorta. It is less range, but better armor penetration. Yeah, the bonus from this one is just the Scorching Retribution attack. Yeah, that one just sets the ground on fire. When can we get you Melta? Oh, won't be for much later, will it? Yeah, there's only one more level left where we can pick up common talents. Yeah, this one. 30 more levels. Yeah, that would be the last one we can get. Alright, so 3 more levels, get that far. Make sure to favorite that though. Oh, we do have other things though. Okay, weird. And there it goes.
Oh, what lies beyond?
The All-Father created me for carnage, not for this.
Really, you found that check.
A space wolf never fails in their duty.
Sure about that? Our cover will offer a little protection against well-armed shots. Or at least will conceal the target from the shooter.
There will be
got some
no
mines
peace
there.
in my wake.
Centuries of service and practice.
Alright, looking good. Looks like we can start this. And then the sudden betrayal and let Chorda know about the trap. Alright, I'll send my least important associate to the entrance to take the brunt of the initial assault. And I should then guess numbers. Without thinking, Lydian reaches for his pistol to check how easily it slides out of his holster. Then he smiles. It's an easygoing, young, and bloodthirsty smile. I almost forgot how much I love all this. No, okay, we're just getting to the fight. Stay where you are, lay down your weapons. We're here for the criminal Liege of Footfall and his accomplices. Members of the heretic Liege of Footfall as a gang, lay down your arms and face righteous justice. Not hang us all, don't trust them lads. Let's make the holy soldiers bleed. Hope you respond like this and force his attack. Oh, and down they go. Incendia Chorda, flames rages in her eyes. As she surveys the bar, her figure seems to exude a ruthless radiance, cruel like the scorching sun of a desert world. Rebels and heretics, I, rogue trader Incendia Chorda, master of Footfall and defender of justice, am ordering you to lay down your arms. Harsh justice awaits those who surrender. An ignoble death awaits the rest. Not a very good bargain there. Yeah, I'd rather choose death. Vladim takes out his pistol slowly and says in a lazy drawl, Incendia Chorda, I, Vladim Toku, Vladim the Vakamo, am ordering you to get off my turf before I blow your brains out and throw your corpse for a loop. Barnabas, perhaps you can talk her down. Probably won't believe it, Incendia, but none of this is what you think it is. Really? Trying to switch out? Attack, may whoever is right survive. Now it's time to lay down your arms and come to the negotiating table. Yeah, that's not happening. Iconoclast. Repent, Incendia, you have strayed from the path of righteousness and turned into a monster. Incendia raises an eyebrow and asks in a concerned voice, has Horde driven you out of your mind, Gamma? You mentioned Hieronymus. Lied to you. It was he who condemned you to years of torture in a cryo vault. He turned you into his loyal personal executioner. Persuasion. I've seen your thirst for blood. You revel in the sentencing and executing. Are you going to dispute that? Am I lying? Or Imperium. Your verdicts bear no relation to the codified justice of Imperium. Your justice is arbitrary and you are creating your own law. In essence, your own Imperium. That is heresy. A very good chance for succeeding with these. Oh yeah, but how will she react about the Hieronymus fact? What, Hieronymus? I can see you're hiding something. Repent, Reverend. Hieronymus, I will not offend you by telling a lie, Incendia. It was on my orders that your cryo vault was tampered with, and that Aspas's other inspiring heirs killed. I admit to my crime. Something changes in Incendia's face, revealing shame and naked vulnerability. You have seen that tortured expression on her face only once before, at the mention of her despicable predecessor Aspis Chorda. Incendia shrinks and tenses as if aware that you can sense her weakness. Hieronymus, tell us why you betrayed her. House Chorda has tarnished itself, but not by the deeds of the pirate Aspis alone. All of you, her heirs, were corrupt too. The bad seed that sprouted in her grim shadow. You were greedy and egotistical. You had forgotten the Emperor's laws and commandments. After Aspis disappeared, once one of you was going to take her place. But you would have been no better than her, and so I weeded the field. Our mercenaries accidentally discovered the hideout in which Aspis had hidden her captive relatives, and I chose you, Incendia, to be the restorer of House Chorda's honor. I caused you agony. I took you down a path of suffering. I flayed away your skin of vanity and complacency. I made you believe in him and put your hopes in him. I made you what you are now. Incendia whispers softly and passionately, you are not lying. You made me what I am, and I was corrupt and wicked before. Hieronymus, I made you his warrior. All people are unrighteous. Only the wild beasts, the blazing stars, and the elements are without fault. And I made you the Emperor's beast, the blazing star of his wrath, the elemental justice of the protector of mankind. I stamped out every passion in your heart, but the passion for championing his law. I raised you above the weaknesses, morality, and mercy of humanity. You are a monster chained to the Golden Throne, and enacting its will, the perfect retribution. Chorda, I am retribution. Well, looks like she's taking it well. Persuasion, do you see now that you were manipulated, filled with the hatred and unleashed on people? Insignia lowers her head, and the shadows in the room seem to darken. The radiance fades from her eyes. Enough. I repent. I yearn to serve the Emperor, but exacting vengeance upon his foes is so delicious that I abandoned my duty for the sake of my own gratification. I made Footfall my house of pleasures. I was a harsh judge, not because it was what he wanted, but because it was what I wanted. I executed those his law forbade to execute. Putting oneself above the Emperor is the most terrible act a rogue trader can commit. I have lapsed into heresy, and I must be condemned. Judge me, I who have strayed commit myself to his mercy and his harshness. Be your own judge, can execute her. Be lenient. Banish her from Footfall. Well, it would be more in line with what they actually believe in for repentance. Okay, state your crimes. Arrogance was born in my heart, and I trembled over my sense of duty. I forgot the Emperor's commandments, which are as strict as they are merciful, and became a bringer of death and death only. I was not serving the Imperium of humanity. I was building a pitiful parody of his creation. Yeah, sure, give her a chance to repent properly. I deserve no quarter, but accept your punishment. I shall go into exile to serve my penance. And so it ends. Now, I wonder if the other issue of this is going to occur or not, or if they fixed it. Emperor, have mercy on me. I had doubts before, and now I see they were unwarranted. Of all the defenders of the Expanse, only she was worthy of being his shield. Her repentance is but further proof of it. I was a fool to not believe in her. This is how the cleansing of Footfall ends. Yeah, then he suddenly attacks. I feel like this is a bit of a bug in this path. Yeah, because we gave her a chance to repent rather than executing her for her heresy. That was like the whole thing we talked to him about. Yeah, it feels odd. Koronus points his finger at the dame and then rises in front of you. Are you going to protect the law and the faith? Yeah, okay, we are fighting Hieronymus.
Fanatical of your demise.
I will take you down.
Bit of an odd thing. Yeah, when you try to follow his whole thing of forgiveness and repentance, he goes crazy. Feels like an odd contradiction. Let's see, Gabba goes quite late. Gabella will return to her spot, Argenta maybe. Alvar probably could. Yeah, Chorda's people are remaining here. But not her, yeah, not Chorda herself. Hieronymus, pretty weak. What do you have going on for you? What's a command to me, get back into the fight, stirring rhetoric. Right, so ways to give extra turns. Extra turns and extra movement. Yeah, I feel like the main ones we're gonna have to worry about are these four down here. Koronus' people, not so much. Is it clear on this side? Okay, yeah, Argenta can deal with them. Jai, you're fine where you're at. Harvey, go over there. Pascal, move over here to the side. Cabela, you're probably fine. You have a whole lot of movement.
Let's make it quick.
Enemy to start.
Here we go.
Now you're just bumming everyone. I forgot what foreboding does. I think foreboding is pretty good though.
Moving out.
Out of my way. Let's get to it.
Yeah, Argenta, you can go here. You can blast all three of them. No, that gunner is going to die.
Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yeah, a little bit of friendly fire. Not as much damage as I was hoping for.
Rejoice in battle!
Oh, kicked you down. And that's in a line.
I'll do it.
Okay, that works. Then they still have quite a bit of health left.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yeah, all four are probably having to deal with these guys.
I am your blade and shield. I shall not fail. Your soul be purged. As honor ordains.
Oh, I forgot to give her that axe.
A An offering of blood. Death is a blessing. As the tenets demand, brings me no pleasure. As honor
And
ordains,
one more.
the shadows will see it done. Death is a blessing.
Alright, that declares Hieronymus and his people.
Hold on! High momentum.
There's foreboding residue. Oh, okay, just bonus dodge. Bodyguard will focus on him. Oh. There's a second right there.
See how the wolf succeeds! Wolves reign! None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father! Become the All-Father's worthy instrument! Comes play.
Oh, right, he had martial prowess.
So it's...
Oh, don't die, Harvey. At least not yet. I'm sure that's fine. Only a blue horror.
Let's see.
I guess we can go for another turn.
Wolves reign. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father. See how the... bones.
Almost good dodge.
Comes play.
Can you kick him? No, okay. Not a kicking range.
Show me what you've got.
Oh, right, the veil tearing is probably so high because of the other psychers.
Let's make it quick! Die! 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 Setting target parameters for technical units. Request approved. The analysis the spiritual prognosis favorable. The omniscient comprehends.
Break your weapon. Get a move closer so we can push up.
Here we go. All you've got. Out of my way.
Alright, who is left? And I don't think we ever gave Jai her improved weapons. Yeah, well, you also have medical. Don't turn that on.
Better than one.
Can we give you an extra turn? No. Okay, you're already under cover.
I know what I'm doing, usually. Am I getting paid for this?
Yeah, I can move you here. Then either take out the bodyguard or the psyker. Might be better for the psyker then.
Guided by faith. I refuse. Faith without deeds is worthless.
And then one more. You don't have combat mastery, do you? No, okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act. What is a prayer?
Okay, don't know how that works, but it does. Yeah, I have to go like this. Oh, right. I'm forgetting. They'll dodge the burst fire.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
Not a whole lot of damage with that one.
Don't get too caught.
That is so little damage. What about this one?
Tell me, and it
Okay, that works. Oh yeah, that's the one that causes explosions.
I must not falter. Onward! Really riled up. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
Yeah, we just kick you afterwards.
As the
Even
Emperor
though I want to
commands, I
knock you
act.
down.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. This is why I was chosen.
You're just retaliating anything, aren't you?
Faith without deeds is worthless. My soul shall become like fire.
Yeah, we'll leave it alone for now.
Death comes in silence. Trust me. As honor ordains. I shall not fail. The shadows whispers your name.
No? Oh, you're no longer on fire. Should use Terrifying Strike.
Let's get to it.
Okay, give her an extra turn and have her use Terrifying Strike then.
Hold on. So it shall be. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
Almost there.
See how the wolf succeeds. Our foes reek of cowardice.
Very good. Oh. Not enough movement for this. Or not enough AP.
Schemes within
Schemes, O Emperor.
Only a small explosion.
through the smoke and gunfire.
Finest hour 2. Yeah, sure, Argenta.
Stroke of genius!
Can we kick you down? Yes, we can.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart!
Well, that's gonna be a whole lot friendly fire from that direction.
I'll do it.
Okay, not too bad. Really, one left. Oh, all the way down there.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I act. My Emperor! The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! You can escape the Emperor's judgment.
There we go. With aim, he surveys the carnage and says dryly and morosely, "What a mess. Thank you for helping me deal with it. Your leadership, your help has been invaluable, but the Kazabel Commission will nonetheless try to approximate and match its value in the most generous of terms." Okay, then we can kill him. Do you realize that the way Footfall's government must change? Really? Must it? Do not want Chorda's enforcers to face more reprisals. Let them leave. Cleanse station of Chorda's miscreants. What do you mean to do next? No, yeah, let them leave. I'm no butcher. Her ladyship's enforcers may leave the station, except those personally complicit in the killing of my employees, friends, and loved ones. I have a responsibility towards them, well, of course. Ryza, congratulations, your ladyship. You have one less rival in the Expanse. Nice. Faction reputation with them up. Only 500 though. Tokura, now that we've dealt with the pressing issues, do you have any other instructions regarding the station's governance going forward? After all, Footfall is now under your exclusive personal protection. With Dame and everyone in the bar look at you expectantly. Footfall is exhausted and wounded by Chorda's cruelty. I will have shelters set up where those in need and in pain can find roof over their heads, sustenance, and medical aid. Sure, go for it. Isn't already the max requirement? Okay. Yeah, I think I remember some choices being completely unavailable because you could not, there was no way to reach the max level for your particular alignment. At least not for Iconoclast. The entire gathering glorifies your name with a joyful chant. In their eyes, you see hope with a dash of mistrust. The station's inhabitants are not used to such magnanimity. However, something in your voice gives them hope that you are not putting on a show, and that perhaps this is the beginning of a new and less grim period in the station's history. I think Zealot is the max, and then what was a second? Oh no, okay, Zealot is 5. Yeah, Fanatic's 4. Alright, it's only rank 3, that's what it was. Okay, then those options should have been available first time we played. And time to loot. is Koronus' body? Yeah, there should just been his bodyguards. Yeah, Chorda's bodyguard. Heavy xenomesh. No special abilities. Auto striking power sword. When the wielder successfully parries with his power sword, they immediately counterattack. With whichever attack costs the least AP, it also grants 30% bonus to parry. Oh. Yeah, a good weapon for Bella. Wouldn't need it to move her back anymore. Then their double pistol, special attack that costs 0 AP, has increased rate of fire, and ends the wielder's turn. Oh, okay. Yeah, so turn finisher. Then Diviner Staff. Yeah, basic. Alright, a few nice things. Yeah, this is also just basic cargo left. Alright, before I continue on, be right back. Alright, let us continue. Okay, one last thing to loot, and I suppose we should check and see if anyone else has anything to say.
They will see. Oh, yes, they all will see.
Chaplain. Shadows have made their home under the chaplain's eyes. If your ladyship has something to say to the Drusian missions, you can count on having my ear. Reverend Hieronymus' demise has left me the senior missionary on Footfall. I suppose I'm authorized to speak on behalf of my brothers and sisters. Let's see, do you grieve for him? I do. A grand man he was, with a strength of character that was only rivaled by the fervor of his faith. It was he who ordained me properly, not in the pirate fashion. He taught me a lot, even though I didn't always agree with him. It will take a long time before the Expanse sees another servant of the Emperor like him. What he did to her ladyship and her kin was of course cruel and criminal, but he was pursuing a grand goal, a goal of his caliber. He was trying to wrest an entire sector, an entire rogue trader dynasty from the clutches of depravity. I hope that one great sacrilege does not taint the memory of his supreme goal and his other good deeds. After all, he never made a secret of having a blemished soul. Just like the rest of us, none of us are unsullied. I'm going to miss him. I hope I can live up to his memory and be at least half as fervent as him in bringing St. Drusus' ward to those in need of redemption. Hopefully you're not as fervent as him, considering he was so fervent and willing to die for Chorda. Despite everything he said. Now then, you've been put in charge. Curious choice, not really after that whole thing of him being the more senior person. Yeah, you'll hear no argument from me. When we lost Reverend Hieronymus, my brothers and sisters despaired, but I, hardened killer that I am, I've seen my garments die before, so I made suggestions to them at first, and then gave them instructions. In hard times like these, with so many people suffering, we couldn't afford to wallow in a puddle of grief. My brothers and sisters heeded me, and then somehow got into their heads that I was in charge now. So I'm running things now. I'm running things till some big old reverend of a higher rank than mine shows up, tells me to get lost, and takes over. It's an embarrassment for the head of a mission to have scars all over his face, making it plain for all to see he did ungodly things in the past. Well, good for you being in charge.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Taviana, what about you? Are you enjoying your liberated Footfall? To the fullest, I'm sure things will improve soon. That is to say, until some new disaster strikes and makes life stink again. And after that, if we're lucky, things will improve again, such as the circle of life in the Expanse. What can you do? But you're the one who saved us from the suffocating darkness of Lady Chorda's reign. And all the denizens of Footfall now pray for your health. Alright, clean water. Lost valuable supplies have come in the conflict between Tokra and Chorda. Just one thing after another lately. I figured it was due I was due for some time. Give me a splash of the local hooch, would you? No? Okay. Don't drink a local at these places. Hey, some goods lying around. Odd that we missed that one. Yeah, there's Tokona. Where's Ryza? And here she is. You seem to be at peace. Have you turned your back on heresy? She nods seriously. I have your ladyship. No more profane amulets or anything. All cultists and heretics who warmed the way into my crew took a long walk out through the short airlock. And the servants of the ruinous powers, who took advantage of my moment of weakness and pushed me toward heresy, were sent to meet their own dark gods. Ryza smiles nastily. I doubt they will recognize their minions after what I did to them, though. Good for her. So things are back to normal in Footfall, more or less. Well, how should I put it? Lord Inquisitor on the station, folks still have to keep a bit of a lid on their activities. But with Incendia and her hounds gone, I can definitely breathe easier. Shipments are slowly starting up again, and anyone who worked with Chorda has been thrown a loop, Footfall style, and folks can do business in Damascus again without any trouble. I should also thank you finally for shutting up Reverend Hieronymus. If trials really do cleanse a soul, after weeks of listening to his shrill hectoring, I must have the soul of the saint. I don't know if there's a way to keep him alive, aside from killing Chorda.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Yeah, nothing special with you. Alright, let's head back to the ship and... Oh hey, no more dead people. Yeah, head back to the ship and swap out the retinue a little bit. Okay, medium armor. Rise a pattern chain sword. Yeah, we'll keep one.
Who is my little cyber accomplice?
Oh yeah, we're supposed to give you a new weapon, weren't we? Probably swap out Promise of Freedom. And then this one, Auto Striking Power Sword. Okay, what was Warhammer? Alright, that's our Jets's ability. Grant momentum. Don't really need Death Him. One less to the maximum damage, but more armor penetration. Oh, but no dodge reduction. Yeah, okay. $30, $143, $80, $95. Yeah, we have better dodge with this. But we don't really use our biodagger all that much. Let's go ahead and swap that out then. Yeah, still lose a bit on the dodge. Oh, the dodge reduction. Parry didn't change it though. Yeah, okay, looks like it's just a bonus on hit though. Never mind. Willpower bonus and mental damage. Yeah, it's only 4. Oh, that's the melt weapon damage. Wasn't there something we could equip on you? Oh yeah, we were going to give her the axe. First attack each round against some bleeding target, restoring 1 AP to the wielder. Oh, but the wielder suffers 6 damage every turn. Maybe not? Okay, we'll go with this for now.
What lies beyond?
I guess while we're here, we can talk to Jai. And once we finish our conversation with her, yeah, return to the station, but bring Heinrichs along. Maybe Erlita as well? No, I think just Heinrichs and maybe Ulfar.
Shireen, O glorious son of dozens of worlds and billions of subjects, have you come to converse with Jai Haydari about the sweetness of her soul? Or do you wish to speak to a trade representative of the Imperium? Well, does the guise of one of the most powerful people in the Expanse suit me?
Beautiful no matter the guys. Like to see the real you as often as possible. I don't think so. You're not committed enough for this burden. Yeah, sure, real you.
You sure about that, milady? That can be arranged. Oh my, I beg your forgiveness, Shireen. Oh, I'm pretty sure the real me would earn herself a one-way trip to the airlock before the end of her first watch.
Could very well be. Or not, considering, yeah, the other people the red knew. Yeah, how's your gang faring?
Like you need to ask Shireen. These Ashmags and Kashaz are tenacious. They lick their wounds faster than the Ajji themselves. Tora finally got an implant for her jaw. Now she can speak properly instead of braying like a toothless donkey. She's been recruiting strapping guys and gals too, because Falco culled our ranks. May the Ajji savage the soul of that interstellar piranha.
And you said you want to reflect on what has happened.
Oh yes, Shireen. And here is what I think. Since the day we first met, I have been tossed about like a boat in a storm. Battered, dashed against the rocks, lashed by the waves. And then I was flung onto the shore, and a fabulous gift washed up beside me. A precious pearl of the deep. The Mercatum Tabula Officiale. And you know what? I enjoyed it. Yes, I was slammed face first into the rocks and was up to my neck in water. But I finally had a taste of freedom. Just a smidge. Just a little bit. But it was enough to make me dream of it every night. Void Kraken take the Kasbalika and the cold trade. As for our mutual business, Sherry, I will remain your loyal partner if you desire. An equal partner.
Yeah, sure, your choice to make.
Then it is decided. Starting today, I will sail toward the future I choose. What a thrill it will be to ride the waves wherever they want to take me.
And that sounds like that's the end of that.
Oh, I have no doubt you will.
I don't believe Cabela or Airlight have anything new.
Take heed, Nemo. Our blessed Domin honors us with a visit.
Yeah, may as well ask about the
one
tarot.
who I use blood to read his sacred cards and hear the whisper of the Undying One. His tarot is not an answer, but a question I ask of the universe. And the universe answers with questions of its own. In this sacred communion, I perceive hundreds of possible outcomes. They are all true, and yet they are only visions. I know what will come to pass, and yet I do not.
Cryptic. How many cards are in your deck?
34. There used to be more, but some have perished in the darkness of time. Their loss is a great tragedy for the blood-spun web.
Yeah, Jen doesn't like being considered a sacker, so probably avoid that one. How'd you come to have a deck of his tarot?
It is a holy relic that has been passed down from generation to generation. Only the first and second spinners are allowed to study the sacred cards and interpret their meaning. We use his tarot to guide the cult and discern the tangled threads of fate.
Yeah, I remember these from Inquisitor Martyr. They were used to modify various stages. Yeah, and get better loot too, so... yeah, I may as well ask for a reading.
Ask the cards, Domin, and I will listen.
Word for you, I want you to do a reading for yourself. Sure.
Let's see. The God Emperor. The Assassin inverted. The Moon inverted. The Preacher.
Everything inverted. That means. Cabela stares at you intently, and you catch a glimpse of uncertainty in her gaze, but it quickly gives way to cold surety.
I will meet death. Twice. Very soon. The first time, it will not claim anyone. But the second, someone's thread will end, bringing change to many lives. This change may be a blessing or a curse. That is all I see.
Well, no, not very good for the Cabela route. Yeah, what's the future of the Koronus Expanse?
The Maw, the galaxy, the monster inverted, the executioner. Something is coming. It is inevitable. Soon the expanse will tremble, and you will be the cause. You are not the beginning, but you will be the end. Some will see you as death, others a powerful force. Still others as a portent. Or you might simply fade into nothing. I have told you everything I can, Domin. But there may be more to this than I can see. These omens are unsettling. but we cannot alter our fate. All we can do is wait and prepare for the inevitable.
Or just interpret it a different way. Okay, about something else.
Maybe.
Alright. Hey, Dira, what about your prophecies?
All right, let's. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them in.
Okay,
Of
so nothing new
course.
with you. So yeah, just a Sorval Phalanges and then the Lord Inquisitor. Yeah, it says waiting to be summoned. Well, let's sit down there anyways and see if we can meet with him down there. Oh, I forgot to level up our people. More agility. And yeah, sure, medical. I'm gonna give you tact. Going to give you warp. Heretics. Okay, I can't give you xenos anymore. Yeah, I guess we can give you medical. Oh, so learn how to level up too. Bit more complicated one. Yeah, grenade that does no damage. Reload would reduce by 1 when you're around Glato. Yeah, sure. Battle mode terror. Yeah, why not? Gonna give him awareness. Airlet, more agility for you. Okay, good as you can get with the xenos and awareness. Yeah, sure, give you some logic. Alright, to the atrium. Leave Jai. Get Heinrichs. Magenta should be fine. Bring Solomon. Yeah, probably don't bring Erlet. Oh, meeting time. Brochure. An elderly man in front of you is moving with the noiselessness of an experienced servant. He bows primly and says in a raspy voice, Lord Inquisitor bade me inform you that it will be his pleasure to see your ladyship at his palace. There are matters of the utmost emergency, and he wishes to discuss, and he wishes to discuss, and he hopes you will find the time to meet with him in the near future. And who are you? My name is Frosher, your ladyship. I have the honor of being the Lord Inquisitor's retainer. The man is unarmed and wearing no Inquisition insignia, but the military sharpness of his upright posture suggests he is a servant who doubles as a bodyguard. Alright, let's visit him as soon as we can. I'll pass on the good news to Lord Inquisitor.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Mumbling madman, fine. That's a whole lot of mumbling madmen.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
Now then, what does he want? Oh, and left written behind. Okay, no, this opening closing the door. Never mind. Xavier Calcazar. The Lord Inquisitor is engrossed in studying their star system's charts and reports, which are amassed on the desk within the bridge, like ridges of a formidable mountain range. There are shadows beneath his eyes, which are ruthlessly dissecting the latest report, and his skin seems stretched taut over the bones of his skull. Without turning his head to you, Calcazar says wearily, Greetings, your ladyship. Your timing is impeccable. An aged servant with the bearing of a veteran approaches the two of you. In a precise movement, he replaces the untouched cup of cold recaf in front of the Lord Inquisitor, the new one slightly steaming. Alfar, the warrior Fenris, his arms on his ceramite-plated chest regally, and says in a dire voice, Greetings, Inquisitor. You and I need to talk. Calcazar bows respectfully. Lord to the Emperor's Angels of Fenris. Your words will be heeded, my lord. Heinrichs nods silently at Calcazar, who responds by ever so slightly bowing his head. May the Emperor grant you strength and some time to rest, Lord Inquisitor. Look at the solitary cup. Hostility is not the Inquisitor's forte, I see. Hospitality. Nod wordlessly. Last time you congratulated me on my rise to power, and now I am here to return the favor. First I am barred for entering, and now I am summoned here like a servant. An appalling way to treat a rogue trader. I am told you have business with me. Well, be polite at first. May the Emperor grant you strength. The corners of Kalkazar's mouth creep upward. In a befittingly grave tone, he replies, I'd be loath to trouble our masters with a prayer for such an indulgence, especially one so utterly inappropriate at the fraught time. A death cultist and rogue trader's personal bodyguard. Lord Inquisitor gazes at Cabela intently. I'm curious, do you still adhere firmly to your cult's dogma, or has your loyalty to your mistress outgrown your faith? Cabela, my loyalty to the domain stems from the undying one's will. Such is the thread of this blade. Until his whisperers bids me to spin a different one. Cabela responds with calm assurance. Kalkazar, I heard that Deptus Arbes has renewed their alliance with the Von Valence dynasty. One would not get far without it in a sector ruled by rogue traders. However, under such circumstances and considering all the rights granted by the Sacred Warrant, you may struggle to distinguish whether you are indeed serving the Lex, or in fact a particular person. Solmorn, his face, already difficult to read, now becomes an impenetrable mask. Only the Marshal can speak for all the Arbites in the Expanse. For myself, as a proctor, I swear that I wholly serve the Lex Imperialis. Probably could have left Pascal behind and maybe should have brought Irolet just to see what would happen. Oh, we can bring up the whole Emelina thing with him. Maybe not the best of ideas? Alright, Ulfar first. Ulfar, indeed. He petitioned our aid in fighting the Xenos. We spilt much alien blood, but the wind of battle carried me far, and I lost contact with my pack. Do you know where I can seek out my brothers and the baleful howl? Savior, I'm afraid not, according to my information in my possession. They withdrew from the battle, raging in the Expanse. Lord Inquisitor's deferential tone now carries a dry edge. Ulfar, you lie. The baleful howl never runs from battle. His reply to that righteous claim is surprisingly calm. Only the frosty chill of death born of his voice and carried across the room makes everyone's hair stand on end. Yeah, if I remember, the Space Wolves don't particularly like the Inquisition. People disappearing in the vicinity of Inquisitor is always cause for suspicion. Is there any way you can help find them? Why do you think they diverted their attention? I presumed it was to search for Brother Ulfar. It is common knowledge how deeply Space Wolves value the ties of brotherhood, far more deeply than the ties that bind them to other subjects of the Emperor. Yeah, that is a possibility. What do you mean by withdrew? Contrary to my request to continue hunting the Xenos, they embarked on an expedition whose objective is unknown to me. There has been no word of them since. Ulfar sounds suspicious. This is how we wolves conduct ourselves. This is not how we wolves conduct ourselves. Kalkazar, I can tell you no more. As you well know, your pack preferred not to report their plans and intentions to me. Albeit no match for Ulfar's tongue of ice, the coldness of Kalkazar's voice, too, could freeze an entire world. Is there any way you can help find them? Good, but he probably doesn't care. No, but I believe I know someone who is better informed, and I will name that person as soon as we finally start discussing the matter that prompted me to summon you. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, about Kimura. Inquisitor raises an eyebrow, impressed. You escaped from the Dark City, a feat few have accomplished. Truly, I congratulate you on an exceptional performance, and I will even mar your triumph by telling you that the Inquisition will, of course, be watching you very closely henceforth. I sincerely hope that your grand escape was not part of the Xenos' deepest machinations. Well, shouldn't be considering that we did kind of summon enable a whole bunch of demons to attack. That'd be a rather odd plan if that was the case. Oh yeah, what about Emelina? I remind you that the particularities of the Inquisition's work lie far beyond a rogue trader's purview. But given the circumstances, yes, Acolyte Lichtenhart's words are true. It has been several years since I established contact with the Drukhari. Oh, why them? They informed me of upcoming raids, and I thwarted them, kept the Expanse safe while the xenos were absorbed in their internal squabbles, which are of little interest to me. Strictly speaking, one might regard my actions in this situation as unorthodox at the very least. In reality, however, they are undoubtedly beneficial. Acolyte Lichtenhart has demonstrated her inability to surmount the bounds of convention, and had she been in my position, the Expanse would have likely already fallen under the blows of the present crisis. Fortunately for you, she is not, and the Drukhari, drained by the power struggles, and bereft of their best raiders, can do nothing more than run from my fleets. Yeah, so he thinks that he is outsmarting them. Heinrichs, I have to say I'm disappointed by how easily information pertaining to the Expanse's security reaches the ears of those who should not be privy to it. This will be noted in your record. Would you care to put my concerns to rest and tell me that Emelina is not out there running amok around my sector and continuing to sow unrest? In response to Kakazar's question, his eyes narrow, smoldering with anger. Emelina is dead by my hand. Kalkazar, indeed. Well, I hope I can continue to trust you to know when a useful resource is finally exhausted and must be disposed of. Oh, I'm sure he is taking count of that. Now then, your ladyship, I hope it goes without saying that I would appreciate you not spreading dangerous and misleading rumors going forward and keeping the contents of the conversation private. Given the current state of affairs, I would have to treat such actions as subversive, so I thank you in advance for your considerate silence. Yeah, it'd be kind of hypocritical for her to be disparaging him about his use of xenos alliances. I mean, yeah, we have Eldari living on Janus. And then we have Ireland in the party, so yeah, work away with the xenos. They probably could have chosen better allies. Now then, oh yeah, what's the dispute between you and Kalgos Winterscale? His lordship deemed it more important to show off his stubbornness and then to safeguard the interests of the Expanse. Stupidity of the most burdensome kind. But my sources inform me that he nevertheless has joined my efforts against the Xenos, and so I have decided to stay my sanctions for a time. Why do you think he acted that way? Did you ever try to discuss it with him, or did you immediately set incendia on him? Oh yeah, Kalgos was under the influence of Runa's power, but I put it into it. How curious. When all this is over, I will certainly call you as a witness to Kalgos' trial. Together we will decide how best to handle him while ensuring the safety of the Expanse. He's fine. Once we helped him out, he killed the demon. And as for Incendia, naturally, your ladyship has done me invaluable service by taking on the task of instilling order on the station. Yeah, more like she was inspiring rebellion. Though her style of leadership seems unnecessarily brutal to me, on the whole, her actions have not exceeded the bounds as set. So you say. Anyways, we convinced Chorda the error of her beliefs and she has left the station. I'm surprised you managed such a feat, however, it is probably for the best. I assumed the two of you would clash, but I expected a more tragic outcome. I admire your zeal for peacekeeping. I feel sarcastic. Okay, what is the current situation of the Expanse? Cult of the Final Dawn and Drukhari raiders are vying with each other to see who can cause us the greatest turmoil. I've mobilized all the forces I can to repel attacks, which is why we are still alive. Combined militia brigades are hunting for xenos and guarding convoys and expeditionary platoons under my command and crushing heretic rebellions. The situation is unstable, but I will not pretend that I was prepared for this crisis. However, we have not long lost our footing yet. What has prompted the Drukhari attack so brazenly? Yeah, about that. Prisoner interrogations indicate that an incident occurred in the Dark City, what the Xenos call a disjunction. Yeah, under the reality. A dimensional calamity that forced them to stop their raids in real space. Their audacity speaks to their desperation, which in turn will translate into new trials for our servants. Yeah, a bit of our fault. Probably leave that out for now. What about the Cult of Final Dawn? The warp is raging. The baleful sign always pretends change. Crises beget desperation. The most fertile ground for heresy. I believe the archenemy's servants think their time has come, or perhaps the day was marked in their profane scriptures as a date of the end of existence. I will not trouble myself with further attempts to make sense of their blasphemous doctrine. They are bent on destroying us all, and so they must be destroyed. Yeah, just keep it simple. What makes you think you're capable of commanding the whole sector? Try not to insult them too much. Yeah, you mobilize the forces, but not House of Lancius. Are you not standing before me now, while your status remained unclear? I prefer not to requisition resources of the Von Lancius Protectorate. The people dealt with the Urlon, the Cruel's agents, and with Xenos raids. That was enough for me. Now is the time to add your might and talents to the scales. I suppose. So what sort of plan do you have for the Expanse? The glance tossed at you is like a shot from an auto pistol at point-blank range. If such a plan were to exist, information about it would be of the utmost secrecy. I suggest you focus on the current strategy of putting out each fire as you encounter it. Understood. I see no need to get bogged down in details. To apprise you of all the information I currently possess would require more time than we have. Well then, what exactly do you want? Brochure, if you please. The Inquisitor nods imperiously at the servant who draws some kind of remote control from his pocket. All sounds whose sources are more than 30 meters away fade to nothing. Ooh, fancy. My chagrin, the ability to be in two places at once does not number among my talents. That is why I wish for you to serve in my stead. I place such trust in very few people. You understand? You will feel what it is to walk in my shoes and attempt to compel a gaggle of quarrelsome blockheads to work together. You will reconquer Euphrates too for me. The Inquisitor gestures at the servant and the silencing field disperses. Really, just that. Brochure, another recap. This one has gone cold. He needs an insulated cup. Pascal turns his head up, clearly recognizing the name Calcazar just uttered. One of the servant is your valet or another Inquisition assassin? Both. To what do I owe such an honor? To whom else could I entrust in this mission? No need to feign ignorance of Von Valance's. We both know shortcomings of the other candidates for this position. At present in Expanse, there are two people with a perspective and steady hand required to control the situation, and they are both standing in this room. So if you will, dispense with the humble rogue trader act and win this war for me. Oh, very well. Can you tell me more about Euphrates II? And we have to see what Pascal is so interested in. A sacred world of the Adeptus Mechanicus often limits to lay people. Well, maybe that's why. And one of the few people who do not worship the Omicide to have set foot on the surface. Or rather, I was crawling with unbelievers. The despicable word bearers attacked and captured Euphrates II, and the cult of the Final Dawn brought an entire horde of heretics to the planet. Pascal, registering a Sanctity Alpha priority mission. Scourge of corrupted misbelievers reigning over the blessed workshops fills Omicide's faithful with anguish. Activating auto-asceticism protocol. Offer prayer for the liberation of the sacred world. From beneath Pascal's crimson robe comes the sound of mechanisms whirring to life, and dark blood stains streak across the fabric. Not the place for it. Quite unclean. Balthazar. I sent my troops to aid the explorators' forces laying siege to the world, but a rift occurred among the commanders. They need an authoritative general, and you are perfect for the role. My confidence is not misplaced, I trust. Right, probably just need a neutral party for this. Yeah, what mattered first and brought you to Euphrates II? An early transparent attempt to learn secret intelligence. I offered to make you my journal, and you tried to pump me for information. Poorly done. Hey, it's kind of important. If we know what they want, we might be able to deal with them better. Assuming they have some specific objective. Yeah, the word bearers went there themselves. They didn't just send in their puppets. Clearly the stakes for them are high enough. Erlon the Cruel has stirred his profane self to make a personal appearance on Euphrates II. Leonard Whitver, incidentally, is also there. I hear you two have unfinished business. Him I will generously leave to you. When you are finished with him, you may simply dispose of his mortal remains. No need to surrender them to the Inquisition for an inquest. Consider it my gift. Oh, how gracious. Now, what do you want with Euphrates II? The reason behind the machinations would be pure speculation at this point. Oh, what do they want with what do they want with Euphrates II? Bring me prisoners to interrogate, and perhaps we will gain much needed insight. What forces do we have in place, and what is this rift that has occurred between the commanders? Explorator Fleet Divine Cognizance 78-21 recalled its most combat-ready units to retake the world. They were supported by my most powerful strike fleet and a group of deadlier allies. I dispatched a pack of space wolves to hunt down the transgressors. Unfortunately, the leaders have failed to find a common language. The esteemed Thorvald is at odds with the conclave of the Mechanicus battle congregation, and the Omnicide servants and Thorvald's strident nature off-putting. And neither group is fond of militant Sibilek, who commands my forces. We're not fond, to be precise. The esteemed militant perished along with his ship a week ago, when his noble allies failed to support his offensive. Not good. What was that? Oh well. Moving on. Visitor bow so far, curtly. I recommend that you two go to Euphrates too, my lord. Perhaps your pack was less reticent with the esteemed Thorvald than me, and told them where they decide to direct their efforts. Alfar, it is a fine suggestion, which I will accept gratefully, Inquisitor. An expression of respect on Alfar's face does a poor job of hiding his antipathy. How did you manage to enlist the aid of the angels of the Emperor? I must remind you that I'm still Lord Inquisitor of the Koronus Expanse, not merely some... What do you always say, Frosher? Some Grox bothering prick. Grox bothering. If certain rogue traders at times allow themselves to speak to me in an overly willful manner, that should not give you cause to doubt my authority. Yeah, but still, Space Wolves. Anyway, the situation is clear. You'll be given the details when you arrive in orbit around Euphrates 2. Now, smash the heretics, I'm afraid I must decline. No. Yeah, I already have something going on there, so yeah. Smash the heretics. I never doubted you, your leadership, the Emperor protects. Balthazar nods at the paper that his servant has deferentially delivered on the table. The document attests to the extraordinary powers you now have at your disposal. I am counting on your success. Oh, the animals were not allowed. Alright, up to Euphrates 2.
Oh, my nerves are frayed.
Heretics did not have as much to say as I would have liked. Alright, off we go. I don't think we need to check on any of our worlds. Yeah, they're waiting on some reputation to progress. Okay, random objectives. Victus, Lord Captain. Shortly before our departure from Footfall, a group of messengers in luxurious garbs delivered a strongbox and several chests bearing the insignia of House Orcelio to the ship. I suppose the use of gold-clad servants instead of servitors was an extravagant attempt by the navigators to draw attention of the rogue trader. Oh, holy guts, I thought it was heretical. Concerning the incident on the capital world, the 4-star officer checked the navigability's gifts thrice. I am pleased to report that none of them threaten your Lady Cassius, or the crew's well-being. Having said that, closer examination of the strongbox by the tech adeptus revealed a data slate with a vid message addressed personally to you alongside some kind of encrypted data. We dare not touch them without your instructions. Okay, show me decode the encryption hidden in the data slate. Suspicious, get rid of it immediately. Oh yeah, decode and see what it is. Yes, Lord Captain. Look at this false silence and the Vox transmission fills with scratching of cogita quill and rustling of paper. A messenger service call has been sent to the homicide servant's compartment. Once the data has been decrypted, I will notify you immediately. And the vid message, apparently? As you command, Lord Captain. Vignis issues several orders, and the vid screen of your personal cogitator springs to life. The machine's innards rumble unhappily. Rogue Trader, a familiar piercing voice comes from the cogitator's vox system. You see a bloated face with sagging skin and gaping holes where the nose should be. We, Great Regent Aranto Arcelio, send greetings and hope this message finds you in good health. Oh yeah, we did spare him. House Arcelio will soon hold a grand council within the Palace of Atlas, the holy relics that connect all navigators of our house. This meeting will take place not in the physical world, but the world of thoughts and dreams and visions. It is the only way to avoid bloodshed and decide the fate of the sacred child at last. Thanks to the Atlas, we feel that the soul of the child is full of dismay, and yet the Rogue Trader's words bear a lot of weight with the child. So, she may soothe this anxiety and lead the child down the right path, the path of accepting its duty before the house and ascending to Novator's throne. I hope you consider my offer. Get my Lances, for it is in your power to not only strengthen the bond between our dynasties, but multiply your riches at the same time. The gifts accompanying this message are but an insignificant part of the Great Regent's gratitude. May the God Emperor protect us all. Oh, so it's a bribe. Vignis, the vid screen shuts down and the Voxmaster breaks the silence. I am told the message has been relayed to your cogitator, Lord Captain. Hope the data did not corrupt it during playback or delivery. That will be all for now. God Emperor protects, Lord Captain. Oh. Lord Captain, multiple critical systems are failing throughout the vessel. Half the compartments are no longer responding. The ship is falling apart. We request your ladyship's presence on the bridge immediately. Okay. That's a bit more serious. Was that data slate a trap? Turmoil reigns in the bridge, with officers running about frantically tapping cogitator ruins operators, issuing commands into his voxcasters, and enforcers brandishing and checking their weapons. Only the master helmsman looks curiously unperturbed. Raver's ever scowling face clearly cannot hold any more grim dissatisfaction. I'm glad you made it here in one piece, your ladyship. The crew is running ship damage control procedures. The situation has been recorded in the ship's log as critical. Mr. Sarback and I are temporarily in charge of the bridge. I'm organizing the technical staff while Jocasta musters enforcers. The Honorable Vox and Infernus Masters have departed for the affected compartments to take charge of their subordinates who remain present on the Vox line. And the retinue? Vignis's voice breaks through the shower of static gushing from the Voxcaster. They were in the quarters of carrying out their duties when the incident occurred. Immediately after emergency meeting, I will summon those you request to the bridge as escorts. Very well. And yeah, high factotum. At the time of the accident, Dan Rock was in the freight line inspecting warehouses. He has not been in contact since. We're assuming the worst. After getting shot in the heart, and now this. Now about the disaster. Pathfinder, come bide springs to life. The Infernus Master speaking. There have been several large explosions throughout the ship. A cascading blackout has knocked out lighting, transportation lines, air filtration, and heat controls across the entire vessel. Multiple fires detected. All Infernus Guild's forces have been deployed for emergency repairs. We will save the ship no matter the cost. However, right now we are blind, unpowered, and defenseless, sinking spittoon drifting through the abyss. Total volume of outage was nearly enough to turn us into an adamantine casket. Only 10 damage, not that bad. Jocasta. The crew has suffered heavy casualties due to explosive decompression, loss of air supply, to the compartment's multiple fires and failures in transportation systems. Numbers are getting worse by the minute. Accident or sabotage. While we do not know this for certain, I'm convinced that we have been attacked from within. We are now more vulnerable than ever. Heinrich. His voice followed by a hiss from the boxcaster. It might have been a chain reaction caused by an accidental failure. The ship is old. That sort of thing can happen. But I commend Mr. Sourback's vigilance. It is appropriate at this hour. Considering everything that happened. Always best to consider, just in case. And then, plan of action. I already put together a priority order for the repairs of the critical systems, but many bays have been sent into bedlam and riots, making work difficult. People are terrified and think they're about to die. In addition, some decks have become inaccessible. The trapped crew member's time is running out. Sadly, optimal survival strategy for the vessel does not include survival of those poor sods. To hope it's obvious to everyone that my treasures, trophies, and relics are to be rescued first. Everything else comes second? No. Rescue the crew members from the damaged compartments. Either we all survive or we all perish. Save the vessel, then forces must quell the riots and ensure that the work is done. I feel like quelling the riots with enforcers might end up causing more chaos. Get as much of the crew together as possible, and then we can focus on the ship. More hands work on the ship, the better, I feel like. Rather than trying to fight the crew and save the ship at the same time. Heinrich. A new burst of hisses emanates from the boxcaster. Jocasta, we are running short of brave men. We'd be grateful if your people would lay down the weapons and come to assist Infernus Guild. The sooner you come, the more lives we can save. Jocasta, the Master at Arms, glares furiously at the boxcaster. The enforcers will do their duty. Aid will arrive shortly. She's like the old man. What's his name? The old man from the Sourback. He may have a terrible personality, but he will he will do his job. Pasta. The personal Vox bursts to life, her face contorts with rage as she listens to the reports. There's been an incident on the flight deck. A mob of Wesmen and laborers, despicable cowards all, are trying to break through to the shuttles. The enforcers are holding back for now, but the Chorda is in danger of being overrun. Let them go, I will say here with those who still believe in success. Seal the big doors and mind the shuttles. Let them know that I mean to leave them no choice but to carry out the duty in their person's name. Let the cowards leave and then we can just brand them as thieves later on. Sourback grits her teeth and hisses into the box. Let them through, remove the corner, provide enough oxygen, water, and rations for 8 watches, and nothing else for those traitors. A bit much on the rations. Ravar shakes his head, gazing intently at the vid screen from one of the concentrators. The pressure is dropping. The bridge ventilation system is completely busted. Lord Captain humbly requested that you move to the officer's deck, where the emergency headquarters are to be established. The bridge is no longer safe. I must ask you to hurry while the deck priests are still supplying the elevator with power. My assistants and I will stay here to report on system readings. We have emergency supply of void suits, so we won't croak right away, Emperor willing. Okay, for the crew for this. Okay, bring Airlit and then... Do we need all four for this? Yeah, bring Abelard along with us and... either Argenta or Cassia. Yeah, bring Argenta along in case we have to blow something up. And so ends the rogue trader. Death by elevator collapse. Only 65. The elevator shaft has expelled you into the dim of the emergency lights. The smell of promethium and burnt flesh only adds to the nausea, confirming that you have suffered a concussion. Your elbow is twisted at an odd angle, and your body is racked with pain. But there's a silver lining to all the agony. It means you're not dead yet. Yeah, so always look on the right side. Okay, try to reset the dislocated elbow. Okay, succeeded. The bone crunches unpleasantly, and a sharp pain pierces your arm, but you manage to reset your elbow. It has swollen and still looks worrisome, but at least you can move your arm now. Good. And inspect the elevator wreckage. It's a miracle that you survived. Guide rails lie in a twisted pile over a crown of shattered plasteel. The elevator was equipped with safety devices meant to stop the cabin inside the shaft, or at least half of them have failed. Fall was no accident. Okay, I was about to question about the safety devices, but yeah, it turns out sabotage. Contact the bridge. The comm beam emits only an unintelligible hissing. Either it was damaged in the fall, or the communication lines in this compartment have failed. Okay, look around. Where exactly are we? Smoke and darkness limit your vision, but judging by the stench and rust and unwashed bodies, you are somewhere in the lower decks. You can hear the crackling of flames, groans, screams, and rumble of falling beams coming from the distance. The disaster has not spared this compartment. Okay, move forward. Escape the lower decks. Void shadows.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Loot everything that they've been holding out on us. Oh yeah, Abelard, was there anything we need to give you? Okay, he's ready. He's wearing better armor. Good weapon. Could give him tearing vengeance. Yeah, sure, we'll give it a try. Maybe Swift Shroud? No. Oh, Instigator. Oh, but this one, yeah, Saturated Cape removes burning, toxin, bleeding. Yeah, but with this one, always mix some fall for Taunting Scream. Do you have Taunting Scream? Fairly certain we gave that to him. Yes, we did. Okay, there it is. Oh yeah, this was one of the rewards we got from a planetary improvement. You're supposed to give it to someone. %15% more damage for a cell. Target in a 5-cell radius around them. Yeah, it's probably Argenta. That was 10% more damage to xenos and demons. And this one's 10% more damage for all enemies in a 5-cell radius. Yeah, this bonus your side reading. Oh, I never upgraded the ship with the new parts we got. Gonna have to remember to do that eventually. But it's slow to start. About this one. Yeah, sure, toxin damage. Alright, so what sort of damage do you have?
A different perspective.
Head trauma and broken ribs. Yeah, may as well heal that.
The web serves. There is life in you yet. Use it wisely.
My appreciation. What lies
Death has whispered many names, yet when it got to ours, it simply stopped. Not here, not now, not today.
Alright, just commentary on the situation. All that cargo. Lordex have been holding out.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Over here, I can hear voices under the rubble. Can we help? Wear the wood suit, and there's no time. With the respirator and torch, I'm going in. No? Can we not help? We should be able to provide aid to these people. I wonder if we had used different policies in the past events, if there'd be less people down here helping and all that. Not because it's oh, it's this part. Yeah, so we're have to go up here, I think. Yeah, this is where we played the crane game.
They will see. Oh yes,
Oh,
they all
okay,
will
that's
see.
blocked. There's a train. Both trains, apparently. Locomotive enveloped in steam halts at the platform with a little rumble. Hardened emergency workers of the Infernus Guild pour out of the carriages. Upon seeing you, they begin to wave cheerfully and shout. Heinrich. His face is covered in soot. He smiles broadly, never letting go of his low stick. Our captain, it's good to see you back in good health. However battered. The boxmaster reported that the elevator had collapsed, so I jumped on the first train and headed down here to look for you. He holds out a hand as strong as a lifeline. Let me give you a lift to a safe place. You have heard of a rogue trader flying through their own void ship in a free-falling elevator. I'm certain that someone tried to kill me. Know that your hand. I appreciate the concern. If you're needed elsewhere, I will get on my own. What a perfectly timely arrival. Yeah, about that. Someone tried to kill us. Then it's fortunate you are traveling in the company of such big, bad, and furnace repairmen. How do we feel about people harming the Lord Captain in front of us? Heinrich smiles brightly at the furious, almost bestial growls of his subordinates. Hey, she's popular. Appreciate the concern, but you're needed elsewhere. I will get on my own. And she said stubbornly, Lord Captain, I will not risk abandoning you in a burning... what? Oh, so heretics it is. Death cultist. A shot from a needle pistol misses Irix's head by a thread, cutting his low stick in two. A frail young cultist of the Bloodstone web appears beside you. Doman Gamma casts off the evil hand. It holds you only betrayal and wrongful death. Heinrich Montag is not human and seeks your demise. Really? The Infernus Master pulls the last of the little stick from his mouth and asks in a low voice, have you lost your mind, you fanatic? Take a closer look at the repairman. Okay, there's something there. The Inferno looked baffled, but astonishment soon gives way to righteous indignation as a huge burn-covered fist plunged into instruments of murder. But they are not the only instruments. You see hands slip into the clothes and curl around weapon grips. Somewhere in the crowd, you glimpse an all too familiar glint of gunmetal. Well, of course, they'd be a bit unhappy about this. Get off the train, so we figure this out. Do you have anything to say? What's your accusation against them? Also, Camilla, shouldn't you be saying something about this? You are being hunted, Dom and Gammon. Different like prey toward the hunter. He is the hunter. A skinny young man who ceased to be a boy only yesterday carries himself with detachment and surprising dignity. The Vizier said that he must die and that you must live. Heinrich, I understand the situation is critical, but I am a senior officer of the ship as much as I hate to remind you, and you're a little mutineer who almost put a hole in my head. Yeah, proof of this treason. The Vizier has divined the truth. Okay, so just divining the truth. How about since the Vizier has overdosed on stimulants and discovered the truth, by all means, Captain, go ahead and arrest me. Take my head. Yeah, the thing is, he did discover the whole thing with the gene stealers. Since when is it acceptable for the Infernal to carry weapons? Also, yeah, weren't you supposed to be rescuing people? Heinrich spits at his feet in frustration. You fanatics are always meddling the wrong business. First the trick with the bloodbath, and now this. We were so close. Okay, so he is part of it. The gun leaps into his hand and points at you. A shot rings out. The bosom hits your ears, but the bullet was evidently meant for the young spinner now writhing on the ground. So what is going on? Heinrich takes out a new glow stick, lights in front of his cutter, and blows out the smoke with a heavy sigh. Things would be a lot easier if we had just crashed in the elevator or climbed onto the train. I wish you too could hear the sire's song in your dream and wait the many are an emperor. Oh, okay, so he is infected. But the harvest season has come and you must be reaped. You must die so that we may live. Sorry, Gamma. Farewell. Okay, back to gene stealers.
To vivisect you!
The angel's blessing awaits!
We have been ambushed, not much we can do about positioning. And assuming they survived, Argenta will be going first, then Arrowlet. And Gamma's going so far behind. I think the forceful gene stealer will be doing a lot of damage.
We bring deliverance!
Not a lot of damage, but they are all pretty much going first, so I think they can wipe our party before we get a chance.
Embrace of death, our emperor. Deliver.
We probably just we have to reload until we get some more people going first.
I was so done.
Every threat ends in death.
Yeah, Pascal went down. I might be able to survive this with just Irrelic and Cabela again. Yeah, if we went up here. Well, go over here, try not to get attacked.
To redouble our efforts.
Okay, never mind. So yeah, one round didn't wipe, so.
The blade returns to...
Yeah, reload until we get our people going first.
Patience. Oh, my nerves are frayed.
No, can't skip. Yep, someone tried to kill us. Needed elsewhere.
Death to non-believers.
If only your aim was better. Okay, this is why the awareness was important. Hey, just draw your weapon. And alright, Argento goes first. Or is it a bit better this time around? Though still mess having this guy in the middle. Can you be knocked down? No. Try using the flamer to force a dodge where they move. Yeah, if you try that.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands.
Really? How'd you get hit?
I'll do it.
There we go. Got them spread out a bit. Okay, you're gonna have a turn.
Rejoice in battle!
We bring deliverance.
Okay, the Forceful Gene Stealer goes much later. Oh yeah, she can get all the way up here.
I approach the designated position. If I must.
We shall target. Probably Acolyte hybrids. Really, any of these guys would do. Yeah, probably try to knock you guys down or stop you. Listen, can't miss, right? Yeah, the first strike is dodge or parry. All subsequent strikes are automatically dodge or parried. Yeah, I can do 4 strikes, so these guys I think need to be dealt with first. And we can hit them both.
I am not your xenos pet monkey. I understand your intent. The swift.
Okay, not stunned.
If it serves your cause.
Not you or... No, focus on getting these guys. Yeah, focus on getting them
I
down.
am not your xenos pet monkey.
Oh, that's you. Okay, so he's still alive. Let me focus on the first marksman then.
I bring mercy and retribution. Aim for the heart next time. As honor ordains. As the tenth.
Damn, good damage. Let's see.
Brings me no pleasure.
Very good. Did we use blood ult? I thought we did. Parried.
Trust me.
Parried again.
As honor ordains.
Still parried. Very good at parrying. Oh, she has something there to get extra movement. Forgot about that. This cow died.
A genius at work.
going to give Abelard an extra turn, have him provoke the Gene Stealer.
A wicked thought. What if? Oh, a genius at work.
Oh yeah, you can charge it. Not enough room.
Victory is imminent.
Oh, you do have a shotgun.
I will do my duty.
Just dodged.
That's not the Seneschal's job. It will be done.
Okay, should be priority targets.
At your beck and call.
Okay, get into cover and then... Yeah, I'm gonna set these guns on fire.
Shattered foes in my wake. Schemes within schemes.
I think I probably should route Alpha 4. Well, he's surviving it for now. Only Pascal was alive, could have had the regeneration. You might be an issue. You don't have a lot of movement though. Oh, but you were the one in the back. Right, can probably try attacking him. That is still very low. You just have ridiculous. Yeah, okay, you just have ridiculous high dodge. Do you have anything else you can do a bonus to dodge? Or just making it more difficult to hit? Yeah, weapon skill I suppose is pretty high.
Victory is imminent.
I guess we can hit him and then try and push him away. Oh, that is a better chance. Because he has high parry, not dodge.
I will do my duty.
Cool. Pushed him.
It will be done.
Time to scream on you.
Indeed.
They are very good at parries. Oh, I thought that was a push, but no.
At your beck and call. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Yay, you actually hit it. No, not Harvey. Alright, Argenta. Yeah, I can fire on these guys. It's gonna do that.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! Faith without deeds is worthless.
Do we have this on? I think we do. Yeah, we do.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. Is a prayer.
Okay, so you're knocked down. And let's head over here, and then we can set these guys on fire.
Guided by faith. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Alright. Get me to run and gun again.
My Emperor!
And then next turn we can use Revel in the Slaughter.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Okay, you're stunned. We're gonna have to Bella finish off this one. Problem is this hybrid in the back. Well, he doesn't do too much damage. So probably kill this guy. And then we can focus on these group down here. Unless... Oh, might be able to finish it off.
If it serves your cause. Ancestors, guide me!
62.
This tedium is beneath.
Alright. When Gamma has her turn, she can either kill it or give a turn to Irlet. Probably both. Anyway, since that one is dead, focus on... Yeah, that guy in the back.
Your intent.
Oh, I forgot to have her be hidden. Yeah, pretty low chance to hit, so no.
The shadows will see it done. Come, the other side awaits. As honor ordains. As the tenant.
Who needs to jump? No. Gotta return to your spots. 4 left. Where the hell they don't summon anything.
Another one.
Okay, so you're dead. And hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, let's continue this. Let's see, we're going to give the extra attack to Arrowlet.
Huh. What if...
Well, let's go ahead and get rid of him.
If I hear you moving, no more. Ancestors guide me.
Okay, he's a fainting attack and try and pulse guy.
I am not your seed. Okay.
Nope, miss. Not to get that next time. I'm gonna toss a yell on your head as well.
Wicked thought. A genius at work.
And haste. Wow, that's retaliation.
Victory is imminent.
Okay, melee and range. Be nice if we can get over to the other side. And we'll go there. Don't know why you have to go over there.
A tactically sound approach.
Bit of an odd thing.
It will be done.
Yeah, very low chance to hit.
Indeed. Just a
Okay, good
minor
damage.
setback. At your beck and call. I will do my duty. Victory is imminent.
I'm gonna have to check if we have to reset that every single time. Where do you think you're going? Okay, our junta might be able to finish it off.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands. Vindicated.
The cultist is bleeding out, breathing with a barely audible wheeze. You are unharmed, Domin. The temple. The vizier is waiting. You can help. Let me take you. The blade slips from his weakened fingers and falls to the ground with a clang. Right, coming out to help him. I mean, we do kind of know the way to the temple already, and we do have Cabal here. Examine the spinner. Ironically shooting to kill and perfectly aimed shots. And a perfectly aimed shot has torn the young man's lungs to shreds. It's a wonder he has not choked on his own blood already. Alright, name of the rescuer. Spinner Gloric. He beams with pride. It's not every day that such a distinguished person takes interest in his name. I have not yet done my duty. Go to the temple. It is safe there. I'm afraid you're no longer a fighter. Leave the enemies to me. Yeah, I got you a healer. Only 30%. No need to waste your time. You must hurry to the temple, and then he will decide. Try? Succeed? Aw, boo. Bleeding shows no signs of stopping in field conditions, and with the means at your disposal, you can do nothing to stem it. You can only hope that the spinner reaches the temple before it perishes. Alright, to the temple we go. Oh, we just left everything behind. Maybe return there though. Loot will still be there. Don't want to reload because I don't think we saved during the fight. We'd have to redo the fight. Alright, level up from this.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Oh, hey, Jai. Alfar, Cassin, Heinrichs, Lemorn. The whole group is here. And only Pascal has traumas. Now let's take care of the level ups. Okay, eager subordinates. Maybe 1 AP less reduction in that. First time I'm used in combat. Yeah, sure. Only 12 wounds though for that. Better healing. Yeah, a little bonus to everything. Yeah, sure, joint defense. Crushing assault. Oh, get destroyed. Reduces armor. Yeah, the reduction is applied before damage is calculated and stacks. About weapon skill instead of intelligence. Maybe. Duelist. Additional damage against enemies armed with melee weapons. Maybe that one. +1 stack of the degraded defense effect for every 6 damage the character has dealt. The character's allies attack the enemy, they deal an additional 1% damage for each stack of degraded defense. Sure. Oh yeah, Fling Bearer. Oh, okay, the effect is not stacked, never mind. Okay, going at full tension, so that deals with priorities. Anything that can improve your shot. Ignores 4 enemy deflection, maybe. Or better armor penetration. Yeah, she really doesn't use cover all that much. That soldier deals damage to 3 different enemies. Yeah, so maybe good towards the start, not so much towards the end of a fight. Hey, point blank. 29% more armor penetration. Okay, let's see what these guys have to say. Can we talk to Heinrichs? And yes, we can. This will work as a temporary sanctuary, but I doubt you tend to stay here for longer than necessary. Cassia, we are safe here, but how long will that last? Olfar, Heidwater, does not become us to say hold up in here while your servants collect all the glory. Very true. Adira, great and all, but how? What was this? Hello, Solomon? No, not Solomon. Apparently. Sorgish's hosts are a cult of fanatics. How delightful. Alright. Vizier time. The figure of the vizier stoops under the weight of his battle garb. His bony fingers tremble as he scoop blood from the bowl and begin tracing symbols of war on his withered face. Without breaking the ritual, he addresses the emptiness. Thread after thread, death after death. The giver of life wove her path. Yes, I have heard. Twice did she find herself caught between undeath and unlife, and twice did the undying one reject her. The time has not yet come. His shriveled face turns to you, his lips quiver in joyous anticipation. Once again, the tenants of the web lead us along the thread of righteous struggle. The foe, the flagship's tormentor, until now unseen, has shown its face at last. Their blades have left their sheaths, and duty commands them to slake their thirst with monstrous blood. The spinner who has brought me here is severely wounded. Do whatever it takes to keep him alive. This is also the desire of the Undying One. He has not whispered the name of the young Glorek, so we may heal him. Yorek. Okay. Ooh, that he's gonna live. What's my retinue doing here? An omen, a scarlet whisper bled into the web of prophecy. The foe longed to slaughter those alone in their chambers, but they were too late. The spinners had already led your chosen few to our abode, along a hidden thread. Okay, so I'm going to try that. Oh, far. What? You crooked spider. Why did your service not tell me the enemy was coming? You tricked me into fleeing from battle. Well, of course, be excited about that. There's no glory to be found in this death, wolf of midnight. The foe will choke on the blood you lost to force soon enough. Ready your fangs and your claws. Heretics, a surprisingly sensible plan. I expected something less judicious and more bloodthirsty. And at first, I thought they were coming to finish me off. What a surprise, even a witch gets rescued sometimes. Jai, the spinners could use a lesson in courtesy. But should I really complain on mistreatment? It was not the first time, and by the Exalted One, it would not be the last. Cassia, the sudden invasion could have cost your people their lives. They were fortunate I was up late reading and recognized the garments of the Blessed Web in the luminous light. Please, knock on the door next time. Solomon. Leto sensed when the cult is coming. I thought your sect had finally shown its true colors and had started assassinating the crew. You're officially cleared of suspicion. But in regards to this incident only. Nice commentary. I wonder how the Airlet would have reacted. Oh, what about Cabela? Where are you planning to fight? What's happening on the ship? Are you going to battle yourself? You're a little old for that, are you not? The decrepit old man looks pensive as he twirls a dagger, making it dance between his fingers. No blade, if hardened well and honed with care, does not lose its sharpness, Domin Gamma. If you say so. Alfar, I smell no reason to worry about this one's head sitting on his shoulders. His bearing tells me all. This worn body belies the spirit of a mighty warrior, the kind who stands tall in the midst of battle, knee-deep in the blood and with a grim prayer on his lips. Okay, fair enough. So who exactly are you planning to fight? What is happening? Violence and turmoil, a mutiny of twisted souls. The traitors speak in false voices over the box. They speak of enforcers and officers who sought to slay the Lord Captain. But seek they did not. It was a murk-wreathed abomination who threatened the Domin. The flagship is split. Those loyal to the true Domin are fighting those who believe the twisted lie. The faithful are shaken, and the unclean press on, claiming the bays one by one. His voice hums with dismal energy. They're taking over our home with the hands of the deceived and the lowly. He was our enemy. Well, we already know that. More gene stealers. The Vizier nods at the emptiness behind you. Yes, it is time you should learn about the ravenous star, about the beasts that appear as men, their malignant flesh imbued with the xenos filth. Long has the foe lurked, pouring its lies into the minds and veins of the disparaged. Dawns and dusk of generations followed upon one another, spawning veiled abominations until the holy land of the Ark stirred the profane lair of iniquity. The war emerged from the shadows in the chamber where the living honored death over the ashes. and then spilt forth. The sacred ark is nearing its ruin. But our lot is not yet cast, your service not yet broken. The Undying One waits your deed to cover you in glory. You knew about the cult all this time, would you not tell anyone? Nor will be all suspicions. Kill the cult leader with my own hands. Come to our wounds, we have many lives to take today. Yeah, about killing the cult leader. Once is now that this was but a pawn, ushered into place merely to deflect the falling sword. The player knew the game was forfeit and thus made a trade. A few of their tribe sent to the slaughter so that they might sell the lie that the foe was dead. They called the true master the sire in which spawned the cult, a vessel of xeno heresy, a fierce yet cunning predator that twisted their minds into simple knot. With only his will, the knot must be severed. Heinrich rubs the bridge of his nose in exhaustion. This is the worst scenario imaginable. All this time your ship has been carrying the very progenitor of the gene stealer Excel. A xenos of immense psychic and physical strength who has total control over the cultists. It must be destroyed. This is no longer a question of our own safety, but rather the continued existence of the Expanse as a whole. That is very true, and also he seems surprisingly well informed. The man, blind and wretched, knows nothing. But he knows all. He points a knotted finger at the majestic statue. He reveals the truth to his unworthy speck, warns him through divinations, and the spinners who dance upon the threads help him grasp the visions. Yes, I'm guessing the visions weren't all that clear. Until now. Not that convenient. Alright, well, come dress our wounds. We have many lives to take today. The spinner mends the wounds of the breathing with a bloody thread. A horde of predators hunts you, Lady of the Ark. Here in the dark tunnels, the faithful stand in the way, but death is whispering for them, and they will not last long. Oh, Saint's Bone Charm. If worn by Death Cult Assassin, when they wear winning a stack of Blood Blast, they also gain 20 toughness for 2 rounds. Does not stack. Yeah, that's only toughness. I think what Kola has is better right now. Maybe. Need to check. Go back to your people, Dome and Gamma, for it is difficult for them to die without your voice. The Voxmaster's pleas still echo through the bays, and the muzzles still bark. The spinners say that the Enforcer's post has not yet fallen, and then is not now. In the connects of the web, guide your blade, Dome and Gamma, be swift. Break through to the Enforcer posts. Alright, Cabela. What is it going to replace? Oh, this thing. When the wearer hits an enemy in melee range, all allies adjacent to the wearer gain 7 per wounds. And, oh, and also perform an attack of opportunity against the enemy hit by the wearer. Okay, maybe swap out Pascal for Ulfar if we can. And don't think we should be needing to any tech hacks or anything like that. No, okay. Solomon and Vizier, why are you marked?
There will be no peace in my wake.
And as nice as it would be, considering the time, I don't want to be able to progress anything. So let's end it here for today. They have a cliffhanger, but yeah, that's how it goes. So yeah, we'll pick this up tomorrow. Had a lot of good progress today. Pretty much finished with Footfall. And then started this whole neat little quest dealing with the gene stealers. Nice little investigation and very nice representation of why you have to be cruel sometimes in the Warhammer 40k universe. But yeah, we'll pick this up tomorrow where we'll probably finish this and then get on with whatever's going on at Euphrates 2. Unless something more pops up. Who knows? This whole thing right here has been new to me. So yeah, more Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader tomorrow. Then the day after we'll be back to a biotic factor where we'll continue our explore the hydro plant, maybe a little bit of resource farming. Need to see how much resources we actually have. But yeah, the main objective will be to finish exploring the hydro plant and finally access that one sensor right in the middle of the water. Maybe explore the lake as well, or the reservoir. Yeah, just a lot of exploration in the new area. Then Friday we'll be back to Hollow Knight Silk Song, where we are exploring a new area yet again that is full of horrible fire mobs. Oh yeah, we're also fighting a fire boss too. So yeah, that's where we're at, as well as getting the final flea, I believe. At which point then we have to get the final melody for the main quest and see where that takes us in the Citadel. So yeah, that is what's coming up. So, nothing else. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to follow or subscribe to the channels depending on where you prefer watching, whether it be on Twitch or on YouTube for notifications when we're online. Otherwise, this is all my social media for updates and notifications. Twitter is at Imri_EE, IMRE_EE, and Blue Sky at Imri-EE. More or less the same thing, just a difference between dash or underscore depending on where you prefer to go. A little too much talking today. So anyways, if you don't use social media, I do try to stream every day about the same time between 12:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. US Central. Usually give or take 30 minutes, but regardless of those odd start and end times, towards the middle is a bit more reliable when I'm here, and as I said, I do try to stream every day. So that being said, once again, thank you all for watching. Thank you to those who happen to stop by the stream live, as well as a thank you to those who made up watching the VOD. Hope you're all really entertained and that you have a good day or night, whichever may happen to be, and that you stop by again next time. With that, thank you and goodbye.